Hello, everybody. What is up? My name is Rohan. I'm currently a third semester medical student, and I'm here to talk about a method of studying that I found to be instrumental to my success in medical school. This is something I've employed in all different areas of medical school, in all different classes and modules and subjects, and I will say it has helped a lot in both meeting my fitness goals as well as meeting my educational goals. And I will say this method of studying is probably one of the most sleeper methods out there. I don't know that many people who do it, but I do think it is fantastic. I think it is a amazing way to do it, and everyone I know who does do it scores well. So what is this method, you might ask? It really is as simple as what I'm about to tell you: cardio. It really is that simple. If you go on a walk with your iPad or your phone or something that you study on, you are able to study while you're walking, while you're on the treadmill doing 8 incline and 3 miles per hour, 12 incline and 3 miles per hour, while you're just walking to the gym, while you're doing anything, doing the exercise bike, you're able to study. And you might think that it's not fun, it's not enjoyable, it's not great. If you start slow. Walk outside and just be on your phone and do Anki. For example, I do Anki cards on my phone. I have another video where I talked a lot about how to study on your phone, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it in this video, but I will give you some examples. Using Anki, Quizlet, TikTok reels that you can watch while you're on your phone and studying, stuff like that. But make sure it's educational, of course. You don't want to use brain rot TikTok as a way to study and take walks, because that's not what you want. You want educational stuff if you're trying to study effectively while doing cardio. When I first came to medical school, my roommate and we did these things called Anki walks, where we took our iPad. My school gives us an iPad. We take our iPad and we go on a walk and we do Anki cards as we're walking. That way we can get some fresh air, we can walk outdoors, we can just relax while still studying, right? And let's say you find a nice spot outside where you can just sit down for a little bit. You might just take a seat, you might start doing more Anki cards while you're sitting down, and boom, you feel more refreshed, you feel great, you feel very excited with the way things are going. It's absolutely instrumental, man. It is a very big sleeper method of studying. It's absolutely underrated, I would say. It is so good. It is so good. When I was in the cardiovascular module, which was the last module I was in, I used this technique to the extreme. And it worked so well for me. I made it through that module. I did well. This extreme that I'm talking about is essentially where I would go to the gym once. I eat. I go back to the gym. I would go on the treadmill for 30-40 minutes on my phone, and I do Anki cards as I'm walking on the treadmill. And at first I would get really tired. I get kind of not annoyed, but I get kind of tired of it. I just be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. Like this is 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. But as I did for more and more, I actually really started enjoying it. I really started liking it. I still find it very fun to do. I don't do it as much as I used to, because I'm trying out different ways to study, because part of the process is trying new things, right? But that definitely worked for me really well, and I would absolutely not remove it from my study repertoire, because I feel like it was an instrumental key to my success. Do cardio while you study, guys. It's so good. Exercise bike is an amazing way to study with cardio. Maybe go on a run, come back, do some Anki cards, and boom, you're still in that high heart rate state, so your heart is still really going and you're able to really focus up and get some good studying in. It does keep your mind really fresh, and it does help you focus on the information and remember what you learned. There have been studies that have been done that showcase that exercise does improve memory. So if you were just listening to me talk and you were thinking this is not the most important thing, it has been proven to show that exercise absolutely helps your memory. Absolutely it does. And so if that isn't reason enough for you to believe that maybe doing some cardio while you study could be good for you, at least try it. At least try it for one day. Try it one time. and give it a couple tries. But if you don't want to try it more than once, that you're absolutely welcome to. You know, I'm not the one in control of your life. But if you try it just once, and you realize, okay, that's kind of fun. You know, I feel good now because I did exercise. You'll realize that it's just an amazing way to do it. I know people in my local gym. I know some of these girls, and they study while they're running or they're walking on the treadmill, and I'm always so inspired by them because they're putting in the work, and it's just an amazing thing that they're doing. Every time I see them, I say, "Guys, great job," I'm trying to get like that, and then they say, "No, Rohan, you're doing great." Blah blah blah, all this stuff. It's just chit chat, but that's what makes life fun, right? All the random conversations you have with people, all the fun conversations, all the stuff they say to you, all the stuff you say to them that make their day, that make your day. It's just it's amazing, and it's also can be used as like a social circle, right? Because when you go to the gym or when you go outside, you'll inevitably see at least one or two people. And maybe you give them a nod, maybe you wave, maybe you smile, maybe you just say hello, how are you, good morning, stuff like that. Boom. You've had a great interaction for the day already. You're feeling good. You're feeling excited for the day. You're feeling happy. That's really how you make progress towards your goals, guys. Cardio is absolutely a great thing. And as I said, it makes it just so enjoyable. It makes life just so enjoyable. If you blend exercise, studying, sleep, all these good habits, if you blend them into one routine, it is so good. Lately, guys, I've been having a schedule where I used to study. I study, I sleep, I schedule out things with a really not intense, but a really scheduled schedule. A really managed schedule. And I found that my productivity has been so much better throughout the day. I'm able to record videos, to study, to sleep, to exercise. All of these things that I found are very core parts of what I like my day to consist of, because I like doing all those things. Even though it's hard to find time to do them, but I like doing all these things. I like recording videos for you guys. I like making these videos. I like studying. I know it sounds crazy. You can like studying? Yes, you absolutely can. You just have to cut out all those things that are really ruining your dopamine, really ruining your mental health, your self-image of yourself. Because when you do that, you find that it just becomes so much more fun. Everything becomes so much more fun. And what you can do to even make it even more fun, switch up your environment, man. Like, if you normally study inside, go out and go to a local coffee shop and study. Or go outside and just sit on a bench and study. I've been really enjoying sitting on this one bench outside of my neighborhood, where it's a bench, like there's some grass and some trees, and I love just sitting there and reading some of the books that I have back there. And so I finished most of those books. This pile right here is the books I finished, and this pile is the books I haven't finished yet, but I'm like reading right now. So but it's so much fun. It's so much fun to feel really on top of your stuff. It's so much fun. And I wish that for all of you. I wish that for all of you watching this video, all my friends, all my viewers, anyone watching this video. I really do wish that for you, because it is so satisfying. It's so rewarding. So much more fun than doing all that other stuff you could be. It's so much more fun than watching some random YouTube video or watching anime. I watched anime the other day, and I didn't think it was as fun as I used to think it was. I thought it was kind of boring. It was kind of just almost like a waste of time. And I do think watching TV shows and eating junk food has a place in life, but not every day, not consistently. Maybe once a month, once in a while, when you feel like you want to reset a little bit. Maybe that's where you should do it. But for the most part, in your day-to-day, I don't think that's something you should do. But feel free to live your life how you want to live it. I'm just telling you what's worked for me, what's really helped my own productivity. Absolutely. I feel like I have like a little bit of a script written out here to my left. Yeah, but I kind of talked about everything I wrote in my script. Now I'm improvising a little bit. I think that if you find that you do some cardio while you study and you're not enjoying it, switch up the form of cardio. I would do that treadmill for maybe almost up to an hour of walking and doing Anki cards, up to an hour. and then I get sick of it. I think I don't want to do it anymore. Like, why am I like what like sure, I'm burning calories, but like I'm not enjoying it. But then there's an exercise bike that's almost never taken, and I was like, screw it, let me try doing that, and I really enjoyed it. It was actually a lot of fun. It's a lot less intense than walking on a treadmill on incline at a decent speed. You just you're just pedaling your feet, and your arms are free to just like look at your phone and touch your hair and do all this stuff. You're able to do that if you want to. And so if you find that walking on a treadmill is too hard for you, use an e-bike, or do one of those sitting down treadmill things. I've heard of it. I don't know if that's a real thing. I think I've heard of that somewhere, where you like sit down, and there's like a thing moving, and you can just, while you're sitting, you can move your feet and walk. Yeah, I mean, so many different ways to do cardio. There's HIIT training, where you do a bunch of fast effort, fast intense exercise, and then you relax for a couple minutes, and during that couple minutes you can do some Anki cards, or you can watch some educational videos. You can watch a lecture that you have to watch, or you can watch a YouTube video about I always use this example. You can watch a YouTube video about World War II and what Hitler was doing and all these things, right? There's so many different ways you can study. There's so many different ways to use cardio. So don't be afraid to switch it up, to use this one thing with this thing and mix them together, or use this other thing and this other thing and mix them together. Because it's all about finding what works for you. And I think that if you do this, you will find success. I absolutely think you'll find success. I absolutely think you'll make progress. So that's all the time I have for you today. Thank you for watching. My name is Rohan. Remember, stay calm, cool, and collected at all times. I'll catch you in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.